Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Into Our Life. We've been slacking. We know, don't need to tell us that. But we're back and we're gonna actually be more consistent for you guys, dropping some new videos. We promise this time. Don't come for us, please. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a story time, change it up a little bit from the challenges that we've been doing and the gaming videos that have been posted as well. A little story time, how I pulled the G, how I got him to be with me. You know the vibe.
Because I pulled her, first of all. I'm the one that pulled her.
That's what he's been telling himself, but we know.
Okay, you guys you guys will hear the story and then you guys can give your determination on who pulled who.
And make sure to drop a comment, like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications and, stay tuned for what we have for you guys. Without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Okay, so for you guys to completely understand how we got together, we're gonna have to take it all the way back a few years before we were even actually together.
Or even thinking about it.
Yeah, so I don't remember completely. I remember seeing her 1 and 2 times throughout the city. Whenever I went to the city, I would see her here and there. Maybe she was with friends, maybe she was with her mom sometimes, going out to lunch and so on. I remember fondly going to lunch with some of my friends at the time, and we went to this Chinese restaurant and we were all there sitting ordering our food and stuff, and then this girl came in and all of them were like, look at that girl.
That's a lie, because I was in there before you, because I saw when you guys walked in. I was in there before you.
Oh yeah, you were on the right side and we ended up sitting on the left side. Yeah, that's true. So what happened was, one of us took notice. I think it was my best friend at the time, took notice of how she looked and saying, yo, look at that girl over there and so on. And we all turned to look and we talking and we like, jeez. And there was girls with us, not like that, like female friends, and they were like, oh, that girl is so pretty and so on. And I was like, I know her from somewhere. I just couldn't tell where I knew her from. And it wasn't up until she left. I think you were with your mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's not until she left. I was like, oh, I know that girl. I know her and whatever. And then what ended up happening is that I knew that I had her on Facebook. And I went and messaged her. And we started talking. And it wasn't nothing crazy. We just said that we thought each other looked nice. And so on. At the time, I was...
You were like 16?
I was about 16 and she was
I
about...
was like 15. And also, it was like no big conversation happening between the two of us. Because I didn't like messaging people unless it was my best friends at the time. Because it's not like I wasn't interested in him, because like he was cute, like he was legit just my perfect type. But I just never had interest in messaging people like that. Like I already had my set of friends. I didn't want to include him into that, in a sense.
So, back then, you little 16, 15-year-old, we're a bit nervous. We don't know what to really do with how we felt. We didn't know how we felt. At that age, you don't know how you feel. And we just kept talking and talking, flirting here and there and so on. But somewhere along the line, we ended up deciding to be male and female best friend. I think it was easier to ask her to be my female best friend.
No, I asked you, I introduced you.
So get your facts straight.
Because I'm like, you know what, let me just take baby steps. Let me just ask him to be my friend. Then my best friend, maybe climb up the ladder. My flirting ways, okay?
Were non-existent. That's what. And you guys probably thinking, oh, they became best friends. They got closer and closer, and then maybe one day they just kissed. Oh, hell no.
That was, I'm not gonna say it was a bad idea, but
it didn't go the way we thought it would have gone. Yeah. Because for me, I thought she was really wanted to be my best friend. I thought I got put in the friend zone. So any girl that I spoke to or was talking to at the time, I would send her pictures of our conversations, pictures of the young lady, all kinds of stuff.
Them like having fun.
Yeah, like we were. it was like if she was my real female best friend, I was just showing her who I was talking to at the time and so on. But in her head,
I made up a scenario in my head because, as I said, like, I had this game plan, right? Like, he was supposed to be my best friend, and then, like, we were supposed to end up together. But then he started showing me all these females and stuff.
Okay, don't make it sound like it was that many.
And I'm like, dude, like, we're in a relationship in my head. Like, why can't you understand this? Why are you doing this to me right now?
Stop it. Get some help.
And, you know, I had like a little temper. And I ended up just blocking him, and every time we would unblock, he would do the same thing. Like, he didn't get the gist that we were together in my head at the time. Alright, so it was just a constant on and off blocking scenario.
You're here in her head. I should have known.
You should.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that because our subscribers say that I should know what's in your head, which is not fair. It is not fair, but we move. So so she blocked me, then she unblocked me, and we started talking. As she said correctly, the same thing started to happen.
Yeah.
I got blocked again. And then it kept happening over years. And I remember fondly, at the time, she was in fourth form going to classes, after school classes. And I had already finished school, so your boy was either working or lineman in town because there was nothing else for me to really and truly do. And I remember a time we were talking. This time I wasn't blocked, so yeah, we were talking. And I was in town, and I asked her if she was gonna be in town, and she said, yeah, she has classes. And I was like, is it okay if I follow you? And she was like, yeah. She to be honest, I didn't feel you were interested. I really didn't feel like you were interested the whole time. Like, I can't remember where exactly I met you, and then we started to make our way down there. But oh gosh, I felt like one of them man that does be on the corner troubling girls, like walking behind and then troubling them, and then I study. Like, I was not paying attention to at all.
It was very awkward considering that's, you know, the first time we actually met in person to talk together. It was very awkward, but
yeah, because you see, I'm a person that I've learned over the years to be a bit more open and talking to people like that and just cracking jokes to try and break the ice. And she was a bit more closed off.
Yeah,
so,
I was very shy. I didn't really like talking to people.
Yeah, but the vibes that I got, I felt like I was bothering this young lady. So after a while, I wasn't talking much. And then I remember a male friend of hers came. He was just passing by and stopped and talked to her, and she was talking to him, and she seemed much more lively to talk to him than me.
He got jealous.
Oh, I got jealous. Yo, I was pissed off because I was like, this whole time she's not talking to me. But now when I look back, I can see that she knows him longer, like as in she's talked to him and so on. So it was easier for her to talk to him than it was to talk to a guy that she only talked to over the phone. She had somewhat feelings for me, and for it to then I just come. It wasn't even planned like the day before, whatever. It was like I called her or messaged her up and see, and that's how it kind of happened. But yeah, that is when I felt like, okay, I'm gonna leave this girl, this young lady alone, because I felt like I was bothering her. Like, it wasn't a nice feeling.
I don't think anything really happened though after that. Like,
yeah, I kind of kept myself.
Yeah, I think he ended up getting blocked again.
I don't even know how.
And yeah, fast forward, he got unblocked. You know, he saw the G and he's like, you know, let me give.
Before we go on to that, you know, I don't know when she unblocks me. Like, I don't know when you unblock me. I just automatically see your profile come up in my friends' stuff again.
Because I unblock you randomly to see if you be checking me. You know, see if you're still interested in the kid. Which you were. You always were.
Child.
But yeah, there was a specific time, you know, as I said, he was unblocked, and we were just, you know, having regular conversations. It wasn't anything too, it was kind of like on and off conversations.
Bearing in mind that this was like a year after.
Yeah.
This was like a year after that incident where I followed her to class. So this wasn't like a 2 months later and so on. This is me now in college. She's into her last year of high school. She's a bit more mature. I'm a bit more mature. Still childish, but we're a bit more mature in our own perspective. So I don't know when she did it, but she unblocked me, and I remember seeing some pictures of her over the past year that she was posting, and I was like, damn, I gotta hit her up to see what's going on.
Again.
So I hit her up, and I hit her with, and many guys that are watching this is gonna know about these kind of lines where you're like, I just want to rekindle friendships, and see if we could have a better go at it. And now you were played, son. Okay. Either way, but it didn't lead to anything because she was very much focused on her CXCs, and I was in college, so all I was doing was just checking in to see how her SBAs were doing, and so on. As I said, this was a bit more of a mature version of myself and a more mature version of her. Her focus was very much in school, and my focus was very much just checking in. Even though initially when I saw the pictures it was just about hitting her up because she looked so nice, but after I realized where her mindset was, I wasn't going to try to change that. So that was maybe January or February up in 2018, and we talk once every couple weeks. I checked in, she blah blah blah, nothing special happened. Now, she wasn't someone that talked up her phone a lot. She didn't have data a lot. She wasn't that kind of person. She usually just go to school, go back home, or if she's with her friends, she's just with her friends. She no need to be on the phone like that. So it's very strange that on the last day of exam for me at college, me and my friends were heading into town, and for some reason I stumbled upon her chat, and I see that she's online during school hours. So, well, after school hours. And yeah, it was technically after school,
it was
because
11, because that was one of the Thursdays. You know how they have like one Thursday out of each month you get to go home early. It was, that was that Thursday.
Yeah, makes sense. So because we finished our exam early and we dipped out. It was the last exam, and usually the last exam is the first one in the morning. So we dipped out. I saw her online. I messaged her. We were going into a beauty store because there was a lot of females there. I was very good friends with girls up at college, just because I was easy to talk to. Like, I wasn't always trying to be with them and those kinds of stuff. So they used to drag me everywhere. So they were going there. I messaged her. She said she was actually going home. I said I actually wanted to see you for a second. Didn't expect her to actually do it, but she agreed and was like, where to meet you.
Bear in mind, guys, like, I was literally in the bus on my way home. Well, it didn't leave from the bus station, but like, I'm just there waiting. And as he messaged me, I'm like, should I really go? Like, I'm over here looking like Bob Ross, and my hair was just this big giant afro, and I don't know why somebody didn't tell me that I looked a mess that day. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go. I'm already having like a rough day at school. Let me just go see what he wants. Now this guy told me to meet him at Beautyrama. You hear? At Beautyrama. So I took my little self, just walking down the street, went to Beautyrama, stood outside, thinking that he was probably outside. This guy was inside. And, somebody else would be like, I thought I told you to come in. He comes out just cursing. Like, why are you outside? I told you to meet me inside.
In a playful way, I was like cursing.
Yeah, he was playful.
So don't think I came out and just started to.
You said meet you at. You never said to meet you in Beautyrama.
I think, looking back on it, she's right that I said at. So I should have been outside waiting for her. I think what my point was that if you didn't see me outside, why didn't you come inside? I think that was my point. Even though I wouldn't expect you to do that, because if you look at it, actually, if you came inside and I wasn't actually there and I came and I didn't see you, maybe I would have left. So she did the right thing. But I think that's where, I said I matured. I didn't say I get smarter. So.
Plus, I also thought that he was by himself. When he came out, first he came out with another guy. So I'm like, okay, 2 guys in Beautyrama.
That's suspicious.
He had nice hair, probably
sus,
looking for hair products. Then like this girl's coming out, and I'm like, oh, he brought friends. Okay. And because of my personality at the time, if you're walking with your friends, I automatically assume that I'm gonna be forgotten. So I'm just gonna like stay to the side until you kind of notice me. That was my thing back then. So we went. Somehow he was still talking to me, like,
to be honest,
wanted
look,
to know me.
they said we were going down to the ice cream parlor, and when we left, I thought she was gonna go back to her bus station, and because I know how closed off she is from the last experience I had with her, so I thought she was gonna go.
He was hoping.
No, I wasn't hoping. No, don't say that. Don't lie to our viewers. I was not hoping for that. But when I realized, I looked behind and saw her still coming, I dropped myself back, and we started to talk, and we were
Guys,
cracking.
I look like if I was looking friends. Like I'm just here following these group of
Yeah,
people.
I got a whole husband, so.
Period.
So yeah, I dropped back. We started talking. We ended up going there. All my friends. There was this down where we are. There is a tree, and there is
Like kind of concrete.
right around it that you can sit down on.
Yeah.
So my friends were on one side, and just me and her were on the other side, and we were just talking, cracking jokes. They were not funny, but we just kept laughing because we both liked each other.
Yeah.
So we were just chuckling. I remember I was nervous. Later down, she told me that she was very nervous as well. I remember because for me, I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable in the slightest, so I didn't take it anywhere. And she is the one that actually took the step forward, and she took my phone and she posted on my WhatsApp and said wife was here.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
Again, guys, that's Mikisha's way of flirting.
and I was like, this is different because I pick up on vibes. The last vibe was I felt like I was bothering her. This time she seems much more interested in me. So I took her phone. I did the same thing. We just kept talking and talking. And it was nice. It was just a nice afternoon. And then coming down, my friends was like, they gotta go. She had to go home as well. So I told them we were going at the separate bus terminals.
Bear in mind, he thought I was going to his bus terminal. That's why he offered to walk me home.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Because that's what you told me.
No.
That's the only reason he offered, guys. But
No.
then he realized
She hit her head. Don't listen to her.
And he
Don't
realized
listen.
it's the other side of
I would have
town.
walked her anyway because I'm a gentleman. Try to open a bus door, no? Or any door. Try to open any
He would
door.
literally push me because he would
I
want
would
to
ease
open
her
the
out the
bus.
way. But
Push
your
me.
boy don't know his own strength, so you know. Sometimes she flies.
Anyway, so we left from there and we were walking, and I can't really remember how the conversation came up, but I was like, you can be my boyfriend for the next 5 minutes, because in the next 5 minutes I would have reached my bus station. And he was down for it, he was cool. Like,
Me no
the
lie,
girl
no.
was putting in
I
lyrics.
was nervous because the whole time I'm walking, I'm like, I want to kiss this girl. 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 I do not want this girl to leave without me kissing her. And I was just playing on my mental. And as I said, maybe for guys, because we usually shoot our shot more. So it's just like playing in your mind. You want to know how to do it. You want to know if to ask to do it spontaneous. But you also don't want to be pushed away.
Yeah.
My big fear was I leaned in and she pushed me, or she turned her face and made me kiss her
Like,
cheek.
what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I would probably just break my 2 ankles and just say I slipped.
What?
So it was a lot playing on my mind, but I used back her own lyrics that she used. I said, boyfriend for 5 minutes. I'm like, so since I'm your boyfriend for 5 minutes, that means I can kiss you, right?
And your girl had all these butterflies. Like, what? He wants to kiss me. I'm looking like this, and he wants to kiss me like your girl still
I don't know
got
what she's
it.
talking about. She
Your
looked
girl
awesome for me.
He looked good. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
No, she just likes me in a uniform. When I'm in a
something about
uniform,
a man in a uniform.
she just loves me in a uniform.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I said that, and she said maybe. So she didn't flat out say yes, she didn't flat out say no. But I know how girls are. If a girl doesn't want to kiss you, she'll tell you straight up no. Like straight up. If she wants to kiss you, she'll either say yes or maybe. So when she said maybe, I was like, your boy in. But it was still to work up a lot of nerves to actually do it. and we actually pulled up to the side of a building. It was closed, so it was just me and her, and your boy leaned in for the kiss, and it worked. Like, she actually kissed me back and so on, and then I remember it was like a good minute of us after that walk into the bus station of a little bit of a silence, just like, and I'm in my head, I'm like, yeah.
In my head, I'm just like,
woo!
This really happened. Like, bro, after what years? After years, like, it actually happened.
Yo, I was over there popping my collar. I was like,
He was feeling so overconfident. Like, dude, it's just a kiss. That doesn't mean I would have been with you.
and then the funny thing is, she ended up being with me this
He wanted to be all romantic with it. Like, I want to ask you in person.
Yeah, because we went home and I was like, yo, I really liked you, the kiss, and da-da-da, and she was sending back the same vibes and so on. And I was like, so I can't remember how I said it, but it was more of a boyfriend-girlfriend kind of talk, making it official. I know it seems soon as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both felt the same way and so on. So I wanted to ask her, but I didn't want to ask her over the phone because I think that's kind of, yeah, I wanted it to be more personal than that. And she doesn't live that far away from me, so I was gonna drive and go and just it would have been like a 5 minutes or 2 minutes, but it would have at least been face to face. But she was adamant that she couldn't at the time, so I ended up just asking her over the phone. We got into a relationship and we're almost 3 years in now.
Look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
But yeah, it's been a long journey. We have a long more to go.
Yeah.
But this shows that, as we just said, it's been almost 3 years. And when I looked up, it was some crazy stuff about over 1,000 days, which is insane to think, to be with one person. But it's nice, and it shows that you could know someone for 5 years and get together with them, and it may not work out, and you could be with someone for a day and it can work out. It all depends on the way you feel. Both of you feel.
For the guys out there, just remember, if she blocks you, never give up. Give her at least 3 times to block you. Then you know she's the one.
Don't do that. That's called harassment.
And for the females, block them. Let
Don't
them
listen.
chase you.
What
Let
are
the
you
man
telling me?
chase you, okay? Let him chase you. That's how you know he's worth it, if he chases you. You gotta taste him one more. Had to
What
make him
taste?
do a-
You
had to
blocked
make him
me.
do a little jog for it. He had to jog a little bit for it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just. He seems like he wants me. Let me just be in a relationship with him, you know.
Wow. You guys heard the story. You see how he flipped now? You see how she flip it? And this is what she tell everybody now. So we guys just really hope that you enjoyed it. Taking a little walk down memory lane for us. So yeah. You're so dramatic.
That's the end of this video, guys. As he said, we hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for everything else that we have coming. And once again, ensure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Into Our Life. And again, turn on the post notifications so you get notified every single time we post stupidness on this channel. We love you guys. See you guys next video.
Alright,
Bye.
guys. See you.